All right, so these are whelk casings. This is what a whelk lays its eggs in to protect them and keep them safe. They're disc-shaped little capsules, and they lay them in this chain. And when the whelk lays the casing, this is a whelk, for those who are wondering, it will come out of inside of there, and it will anchor this to the seabed floor where it helps grow and protect the babies. It does detach after it lays it, and the babies will grow. Each one of these little capsules here will have more babies inside. You can tell if they've hatched because you can see these little holes right here where they have come out of, and they will be dried up laying on the beach. And the developing whelks sometimes will consume the other eggs inside of the casing to give it nourishment before they hatch. Sometimes they take 3 to 13 months to hatch, depending on the species. And we were lucky enough when we went on our last trip to find a casing that was dried up on the beach where some of them had already hatched, but not all of them. So that was pretty cool. You never want to take a casing that has not hatched, that is not already dried up. But you can see this one little baby coming out here, and you can see some of the holes where others have hatched prior to it getting stranded on the beach and dried up. And I think that's really cool to find one. I've never found one that has not hatched that wasn't dried up. I have found some and we've had to put them back because they hadn't hatched yet and they were all still alive. So we are actually going to open this casing up so that you can see all of the little babies inside and we can see what that looks like. So some cases ended up shredded like the way this one is. It looks kind of crazy how shredded it is. And there's different species of whelk. So some casings look different. Like this one is a lot smaller than these other ones that we have found. And this one almost has like little spikes on it. Or there's this one, which is a different color. And sometimes you can see like this one. It has a little barnacle growing on it. So they're so interesting and so cool. And I'd also seen something a minute ago. Let me see if I can find it again. That I just thought was so cool and I really wanted to show you guys. So in this one, when I was looking at them, in this little tiny hole, there's a little crabby. Can you see that? It's a little crab. It looks like I broke it open right here. It looks like it had crawled up in there and there's just a little crab. This guy must have crawled in there and got stuck and ended up dried up. Let's see if I can pull him out carefully. And that little guy is just so cute. So we're going to set him aside and we are going to let Elena come help open some of these whelk casings of this segment that we found. I don't want to open all of them, but I said since we had never found one and gotten to open it, that we'd go ahead and open it and see what's inside of it. So Elena. And I think the easiest way to do this would probably just to be break off a little end of this and let her open some of them. Actually harder than I thought it would be to break it off. There we go. So each segment, I don't think all of these segments have babies in them, but if you look at that one closely, you can see all the little tiny babies in there. And I think we're going to just open the one and see how many there are inside of just one casing, because I think that would be pretty interesting. And like I said, this one you can even see it already has the hole where some of them have hatched out. So now we have separated it to just this one single casing. I think it's so cool that the mama lays these to protect her babies. and keep them safe. But unfortunately, sometimes nature gets the best of them and will detach them from the seafloor. All right, so Brantley showed up to open them as well. So we got him his own little casing. So let's open him and see what is inside. Can you want to open it? Let's see, these casings are actually a little bit tough, but they're meant to be because they're supposed to keep the babies safe. Let's see, you think we should get some scissors? And I think we're just going to snip it to make it a little easier. I'm just sticking the scissors in through this little hole. Now, like I said, never take one unless it's actually dried up on the beach and it smelled pretty bad for a couple days. And we had to leave it outside. Probably a couple weeks actually we left it out just to make sure we got that smell out of it. And all the little babies in there. I'm gonna let them finish opening it and I'm gonna find a little jar to put them in. Alright, I found this little container to hold them in. And Elena, can you count how many are in there and see how many came out of your casing? Here, Brantley, let's look at yours.
1, let's give 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's open more. 10, let's 11, more. 12. We can open more. 15. We can open more. That was on my turn. I ended up with 21.
So Elena's casing found 21. Look at all those little babies. Let's see how many Brantley ended up with. Okay. Let Mommy help, okay?
Let me help.
Okay, count them as you put them in. 1,
2, 3. I'm just gonna.
3,
Whoa.
4,
Whoa. 1, 16,
15.
15.
So Brantley ended up with 15. So see, it can vary how many you have from casing to casing, but they are so cute.
Let's open more.
And that's just was so much fun to find that and to find these babies. So we'll have lots of babies for future projects.
Let's open